What's the concern? They're worried that some of the measures being taken are causing economic devastation, causing shortages, causing the denial of freedom of movement because they have to shelter. They're losing creature comforts, like haircuts. There's the perception of like an authoritarian vibe. Fair enough. Fair enough. What's the rhetoric being employed? Many are using the rhetoric of advocating for armed conflict. Take as long with that as you need to. And if you don't see where I'm going with this, you probably shouldn't be advocating for armed conflict. Economic devastation. Shortages. Sheltering. Denial of movement. Authoritarian measures. Losing creature comforts. Trust me, the avant-garde hairstylist will not be open. If it goes loud, every problem, every concern that they have gets multiplied. If you are new to this channel, understand, I'm not a pacifist. I'm not. I'm just somebody who doesn't like the misapplication of force, because normally it's not the people who misapply the force that suffer the most. It's the innocents. If those are your concerns, that rhetoric should come off the table. It should come off the table. Because if you use that rhetoric long enough, eventually it's going to happen. And nobody really wants that. Nobody really wants that. The reality is that many of the people who advocate for this type of stuff don't know the reality of it. This, yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying. It is. These measures are annoying. Fact. But they are nothing in comparison. Nothing. Not even close. There are very, very, very few situations that can be improved by going loud. When you were talking about something like this, it's pretty much the worst thing that can happen to a country and its people. Some kind of domestic conflict like that. And in this country, it would drag on and on and on. And the whole time, it's not the people who think it's a good idea that suffer. It's the innocents. It's the civilians, the non-combatants. This rhetoric needs to go away. People are passionate. And because it's the United States, and this is our thing, it's what we do, right? It's how we solve all of our problems. Because they're passionate, that rhetoric quickly turns to advocating stuff like this. It needs to go away. It needs to stop. Because eventually it's going to happen. And most of the people who think it's a good idea, they don't really know. They have an image from a glorification. They don't know. It's almost never the right move. There are very, very few situations in which it would be useful. This is certainly not one of them. Be passionate about it. You want to go out there? Yeah, I think you're wrong. I think it's a mistake. I think for some of you it's going to be a fatal mistake because I think you're going to get something. But it's your right. You can choose to take that risk if you'd like. But don't make that choice for other people. Don't put them at risk because of your rhetoric. Good ideas generally do not require force.